Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/Capes and Lunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jeremy Adams, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello, and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, master of all cores, it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And this time we're back to talk. What part is this? It's like part 8 or something of Brightest Day.
I don't know.
But yes, we're going to talk Green Lantern 59 and Brightest Day 13 and 14. Not necessarily in that order, but
we're on 11 bajillion.
I think well, we're over halfway because I think what is it, like 13 parts maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
For our purposes, we're not even hitting all the Brightest Day stuff. So. Well, yeah. we're not hitting everything that has Brightest Day on the cover.
That's right. But we have an appearance of the most important character ever in Brightest Day.
Oh yes, that's right. He's on big on the cover of 14. That's right.
Batman, my favorite character.
Getting that out of early.
Batman, my favorite character.
I'm sure we'll be using the heck out of that shortly.
Shout out to Ray Son Finn, a big Batman fan. Shout out.
Yeah, these three were.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
We'll get into them in a minute. Any Green Lantern news that?
Not that I know of. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, are we still doing a show? I don't know.
Well, I think the James Gunn released the Superman image. Where he's putting his boots on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot on Reddit, at least on one of the Green Lantern Reddits, they're like, "Hey, there's green energy, like on the right hand side. Maybe that's we don't know.
Maybe,
it's all supposition.
Maybe it's Guy. Yeah, I mean, everyone is saying, "Oh, that's Solaris." I'm like, was that confirmed?
Yeah, I don't know that was
that
confirmed.
Could be anything, couldn't it? I'm like, that could be Brainiac. That could be a lot of different things. So I'm like, did they confirm that was Solaris? Just because it was a round ball of energy, I like.
That describe, believe it or not, that describes a lot more characters than just Solaris.
Exactly. Oh my God! But have you seen? I mean, if you go on the internet,
the memes.
Oh yeah, just because he's sitting in front of a window, and people just keep changing what's in that. One of my favorites was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, I saw that one. And then one of them is they flipped him around and Al Bundy is, losing his mind because he's trying on the boots in his shoe store.
I didn't see that one. I just saw him sitting in a shoe store, but I didn't see no Al Bundy one. No, that would have been great. Oh yeah, they meme the heck out. I wonder if they did that on purpose with the window in the back. We're like, oh yeah, they're gonna meme the heck out of it.
When's the new issue of Green Lantern coming out? Is that next week? Because we're not on our normal Tuesday cadence here. This is actually Friday, so
yeah, we're not our normal cycle kids. And I don't know when, but DC's supposed to go back to putting the books out on Wednesdays, like everyone else in the world. So
yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah,
what is it? I'm trying to remember. Is that issue 11 that's coming out?
I think so.
May 14th.
Oh, so next week. All right, awesome.
Yep. Oh my! First sentence in the solicit here. The fate of Hal Jordan and Carol Ferris! Exclamation point.
Okay. We're gonna just run all that together. The whole United Planets, Carol. Okay, cool. Very cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that variant cover.
Nice. I do. Let's see what. The trade paperback of the first six, really the first 4 plus Night Terrors, I believe. That's coming out soon. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh my god. Those Night Terrors issues. That's your Snickers ad moment. You know how Lilith gets all mad about the Wonder Woman Snickers. That's your Snickers ad moment. Yes.
Ugh.
It broke up the momentum on the Hal Jordan Green Lantern book with Night Terrors. Yes, that is your moment.
That's my moment. There is going to be another crossover. It's the Absolute Power. I think that's going to cross over for at least a couple of issues.
Kind of crossover with
In
everything,
Greenland?
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
But it's helmed by Mark Waid, right?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay.
I think it is. I think he's writing the main book, so or I could be mistaken. You know, it's a day that ends in Y. So
Yeah, I forget who's writing that, but it's possible. It's because no, so I was trying to look this up here. No, not Absolute Green Lantern Rebirth, which I'm sure will own in some form.
I do. It's back there.
Green Lantern. Oh, Absolute Power, maybe. Yeah, it seems like we're getting a team up between Brainiac, Amanda Waller, and yes, Batman's latest plan to run amok failsafe with Zur-En-Ar's brain in it. Yes.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
A robot Batman with this alternate personality he created. Yeah. How could that go wrong?
I mean, it has
Well,
perfectly safe.
he only created the two of them separately, but then Zur-En-Ar uploaded it to himself into the robot. So
That yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that? You know, nothing.
So, I forget, was it Lilith or someone asked me, and they're like, oh no, was it, or who's, oh, maybe it was Justin said, he goes, is it called Brother Eye? I said, no, that was another decade. This is this decade mistake.
Yeah, we got to have at least one giant mistake, you know, a decade, right? Sometimes more.
See, Ray, come back. We bash Batman all the time. Oh wait, is it Green Lantern 13 maybe? Oh, here we go. Yeah, because I think a lot of them are like losing their powers temporarily.
Yeah.
Green Lantern 13, I believe it's here. Expected on sale date July 10th. Yeah. Hal Jordan is the latest casualty of Amanda Waller, depowered and back on Earth. Hal needs to find a way to get to the new power battery and recharge. But Theros has other plans, and now Hal is being hunted by the most dangerous aliens on the planet. And,
Cool.
And it looks like we're also going to get the secret origin of the this Lord Premier of the United Planets. So
At last revealed. It looks like Absolute Powers by Mark Waid and Dan Morris. So the team from
World's Finest.
World's Finest. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be good.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm like, oh, another event, but I mean, at least it's Mark Waid writing it, so I have more faith in it. No.
Yeah, and am I wrong, or is issue 11 comes out the same month as all this stuff that we've been talking about of Green Lantern War Journal? But I think 12 is the final issue of that. Is that right?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find that. I'm gonna have to try to reach out. I meant to do that this week. Reach out again to Philip Kennedy Johnson because yes, Justin and Russell did talk to him on Gamma Charge because he is writing Hulk also at the moment. And Justin said, yeah, we mentioned Sector 2814, and he seemed pretty like he might speak to us. So I gotta try to reach out. Because sometimes I reach out to these people, they're so busy, you know.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Green Lantern War Journal.
Okay, I do want to bring something up with you.
Sure.
Two things. First thing is a brain teaser. When was Hal's sector first given a number?
Ooh.
Because I looked, I grabbed my archive, and it's not in any of the showcase issues that I can tell. It's got to be in the first several issues of Green Lantern, I think. But I'm gonna try to figure it out. I don't know when it is.
Oh, I thought you knew the answer. No,
I
no.
did not know the answer. But my son asked me, and I'm like, I don't know the answer to that.
I might be worthy of a prize. I mean, I've already spent one prize pack, kids. I might be worthy of a prize.
Yeah. I'll look it up too. But anybody out there listening, look it up. Let us know, because I'm curious, because we were wondering about kind of the randomness of that number. Does that number mean anything? Did John Broome just go, hey, it's closer to 3,600, so that means we're the backwater? Or, I wonder.
Maybe that was his home address at the time.
Maybe, yeah, who knows? Exactly. Where did the 2814 come from? And then that led to the question, well, when did it first appear? I'm like, I don't know the answer to that. So there we go. Second question. Kyle was a little bit weird in the latest issue of Green Lantern, right?
Wait, what?
Kyle was just a little bit off. It's like he was like in a daze or something when Hal, first came in there. He was laying down, and he was like, the emotion, something's wrong with the emotion. He seemed, it's like something was wrong. Did you get that in the latest issue?
Maybe kind.
Issue 10.
Yeah. It's been a while since I read it. Yeah. Yeah, something's going. Again, there's stuff. Again, like they said, there's the weird stuff going on with all those batteries. Again, we have all these batteries again all of a sudden, but
yeah. But then we don't anymore because they're getting blown up.
Yeah. I was just looking up. I was trying to find the first
mention of Sector 2814. I'll check out the GCD comics.org, and we'll see what I can find there.
All I'm seeing is first appearance, Showcase 22, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Did they mention it in Showcase 22?
I didn't see it, but I could certainly be wrong.
Oh, that's what we should do Ray. That's what we need to do one of these days. We need to do Batman and Darkest Night. That's at Elseworlds, where Bruce Wayne becomes the Green Lantern of Sector 2-4.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm seeing so far is Showcase 22. But yeah, like, are you the first one to ask that question?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure out how to find the answer to that.
I was gonna say, does Reddit know?
Maybe I'll have to check Reddit. Yep, I'll do some more research. I've got my archives here. I've got the omnibus edition, so I can skim through those pretty quickly and see if we can figure out the answer to that question.
I love this answer. When it technically first appeared in the first issue ever showing Earth, it officially first appeared in DC Comics in Showcase 22. Some smart ass. Well, yeah, it's always been there, but
it's always been Sector 2814. The first appearance of the Silver or of the well, wait a minute. Would its first appearance have been in Crisis on Infinite Earths, because that was the first appearance of the New Earth? Yeah, I know. We're just getting pedantic now. So,
what are we doing tonight? Guy Gardner issues?
I don't know. Brightest Day, part 11 bajillion. I don't know.
So I don't think the order matters, does it? I was gonna say, should we do the Brightest Day issues and get them out of the way before we get to the Green Lantern?
I think that is an excellent suggestion. I agree wholeheartedly.
Will's like, yes, let's end it on Hal Jordan. Yes.
Send it on a good note. An excellent note.
Oh my.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Exactly.
All right. So, this first one I had no synopsis for, so we'll not that the other one's that long, but all right. Brightest Day number 13 from January 2011. Oh, starting 2011. Oh, we're getting closer to New 52.
That's right.
Under a Blood Red Sky, writers Jeff Johns and Peter Tomasi, pencilers Ivan Reyes, Adrian Saif, and Joe Prado, inker Vincent Cifuentes, colorists Aspen Studios, Peter Steigerwald, John Starr, and Ray Dillon. Yes, 4 colorists. Letterer Rob Clark Jr. and editors Eddie Berganza, Rex Ogle, and Adam Schlauman. All right. So, nope, he's got his.
Got the hardcover.
All right. So, there was a lot. I mean, the majority of this issue was the Hawks.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And
it kind of feels like to me that maybe, our voices carried back in time, and they realized that they were too unfocused, and they're focusing on like one of the characters per issue. Because if you'll remember, the end of issue 12, Martian Manhunter's now in the thrall of whatever, I can't remember the name of the evil Martian, right?
Oh yeah.
Boom. So we're leaving that on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
13 is the Hawks, and it gets left on a cliffhanger, and then 14 is not Dead Man.
Yes. Yeah, 14. As 14 is not Dead Man and a certain other fellow.
Batman, my favorite character.
All right. So, but yeah, 13 opens up on Hawk. We're back on Hawk World, and Hawkman's about to lead some forces here to go rescue Hawk Girl.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've gotten back to the Hawks since like issue 10 or 11, maybe. It's been a while, right?
Something, yeah. Because I was gonna say, did we even cover them last episode?
I don't think so.
Or did we even do any? Did we do any Brightest Day last episode?
I don't think. No, I think it was all Green Lantern last time.
Oh yeah. It was. Wasn't it like 56, 57, 58? Yeah.
Hal Jordan. Sorry.
That's right. Sorry, kid. It's been a little over a week. So yeah. Yes, but Hawkgirl's being kept prisoner inside Nth City. Get it? Nth Metal. So basically, what's going on here? We got what's his face? Half Half
Set?
Half Set, yeah, and Hawkgirl's mother. We're finally gonna end this curse, this reincarnation curse. We're gonna kill you for real this time.
No takes backsies.
Exactly. Because the mother's like, oh yeah, make her scream as much as possible, and
yeah, not gonna get a card on Mother's Day, I don't think.
No. And again, they're trying to open this portal built with the bones of all the previous incarnations of the Hawk. Now we get that. Probably a 2-page spread on paper, but
yeah,
the flashback
that was pretty
that's a lot
dense.
Of panels and words.
That's pretty dense right there. It took a moment to get through, but then there's a nice splash with Hawkman, which is like double. Yeah, that one, and then there's a double page with a couple of panels down on the right hand side, I think.
What, that one?
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Yeah, and I think there's another one. I mean, there's this one went big with big splashes on the art. This issue.
Well, it kind of opens up. Page 2, 3 of that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just, we're gonna kill you for real this time, and Hawkman storming the city.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but we do find out that Mommy Dearest can control Nth Metal anywhere, so that means Hawkman is now kind of her meat puppet, as is anything that's got Nth Metal in it, right?
Oh yeah, because the Hawks, their bodies have absorbed a great deal of the metal over time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Hawkgirl's mother gets this portal open, and where does it open up, Will? Samaron. Hi, Carol.
Hey, it's a Green Lantern crossover now. Yay!
And then the last 2 pages, we do kind of start to get that dead man stuff because
Mhm.
yeah, him and Dove are trying to find someone to take this ring, and they're talking to Resurrection Man.
Resurrection Man, which was a really cool series back in like the late '90s, early 2000s. I think Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning were the writers on it, if I remember right.
I think so, yeah.
Mhm.
But then he sees something. Dead man sees something in the sky. So it's like, I get it. I got the perfect guy who could give this ring to. I know who he's looking for.
Batman. My favorite character.
Oh yeah, we're gonna wear that out.
Hey, Bruce Wayne's back. Hey, let's give it to him.
I love Batman.
So, when did Bruce Wayne come back? I know he was lost in time because of Darkseid, but was that in a Batman book? Was it a detective book? Was it in a special limited series? What?
There was a mini series. Oh, what was it? There was like a 6-issue mini. I think they showed him like jumping forward through time, and then like he kind of like at the end he's in the Batcave, and then in an issue of Batman and Robin when Dick Grayson and Damian are like kind of being captured by Dr. Hurt and his forces in the mansion. That's all of a sudden Bruce Wayne pops out from from the cave.
Batman: The Return of Bruce Wayne.
Yes, that is it. Yes,
6-issue series.
Yes.
May to November of 2010. Okay, cool. I did not know about that. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Happened about the same time Captain America was lost in time and not dead.
Mm-hmm. And when Bucky became Captain America, Dick Grayson
Reborn.
Yeah.
Interesting that.
Yeah, so that and when Bruce Wayne came back, sorry for all the Batman talk, Ray, but Grant Morrison and Batman, that's when he started Batman Incorporated, where Bruce Wayne's like, oh yeah, I've been funding Batman for years. So, and then until we hit New 52, now Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson are both being Batman. So,
which is interesting.
Yeah, kind of like Dick was staying in Gotham as Batman, and meanwhile Bruce was like traveling the world.
Cool.
Oh yeah, speaking of Grant Morrison, did you see we're getting a did you watch the did we talk to Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine trailer?
I don't think we did talk about it. It's pretty funny.
But Cassandra Nova, Grant Morrison creation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the people at work asked me, "Who's Cassandra Nova?" I'm like, "Well, she's created by a writer and by the name of Grant Morrison, who is always loves to get very, very high
and often weird. However, I will
weaponize ayahuasca.
Yeah, their Animal Man, back in the late '80s, was a really, really interesting series. And then, they've done, the All-Star Superman is the gold standard for Superman, right? It is the series when you're talking about Superman.
JLA.
The JLA, the reboot of the JLA. I mean, they've done a lot of really good work.
Yeah, I think the Animal Man was their that's when DC's like, okay, yeah, people are talking about Animal Man all of a sudden. So yeah, this guy,
what the heck?
This person can do some stuff for us. Yeah.
Exactly. And then of course, before the volume, I forget the volume number, the Jeffrey Thorne run, we of course got the 2-volume season 1, season 2.
Oh yeah,
of Green Lantern by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp, which is it's interesting. I don't know that it's my favorite, but it does contain probably one or two of my favorite pages, probably, of Green Lantern outside of Rebirth. Which is we'll talk about it later, but there's some the issue. There's some interesting stuff going on. There's some really good issues in there that I like, where the ring's about to run out of a charge. after,
Yeah.
and then before that, where I think the covers where he's going to duel Adam Strange, and that issue where he has to save the universe because blah blah blah, and he has like a split second to react, and I'm like, that's Hal Jordan. That's Hal Jordan right there. That's
Yeah,
you
and
get
again, it's all Grant Morrison, so it's always like weird stuff. Like, oh,
it's trippy.
I'm on a planet. I'm in a universe where light only travels 22 miles an hour or something.
Yeah. Well, there was an interesting thing, if I read it right, and I could have misread it because it's been a while, but vampires, because one of the dark stars are kind of taken over and become black stars,
Mhm.
right? Green Lantern, black stars, right? So she's a vampire, and vampires, when they get old enough, they turn into sun eaters. And I thought, that's really kind of a cool idea.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of cool. But and I understand that Grant Morrison's work can be not necessarily polarizing, but some people they just don't want the trippiness, and it's off-putting to some people, and I get
Very,
that.
very, very science fiction-y, where you
Yeah.
get thinking outside the box. Yeah.
Now, there's a book by Grant called The Invisibles that a friend of mine just absolutely loves, and the art's got some great covers by Brian Bolland, and the interior artist, I think, I can't remember who it is, maybe Phil Jimenez,
Hmm.
maybe. I think he did some of the interior art. I've kind of resisted because sometimes Grant Morrison stuff works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but I really respect this friend's opinion, so I've kind of been thinking, well, maybe I should give that a try. So perhaps we'll see.
Hmm.
It's pretty trippy from what I understand.
Yeah, I've heard of it. That's another thing on the list. I'm always like, I should try that.
Mm,
All right. So should we get to the next brightest day?
Let's do it.
Kids are waiting. The kids are waiting for it.
That's right.
All right. Brightest day number 14 from January 2011. Acrobats. I think it's kind of the same team. Pencilers, Ivan Reyes, Joe Pro. Pencilers and inkers are the same. Ivan Reyes and Joe Prado, both about the same. We only got 3 colors this. Oh no, 2 Aspen Studios, Peter Steigerwald. But yeah, pretty much same here. All right, Dead Man tries to give the White Lantern ring to Bruce Wayne. There's a synopsis, kids. Go home. All right.
And it doesn't work out too well.
Nah.
End of synopsis.
No, we're not permanently going to make Batman a lantern. No.
I'm this is my shocked face.
Batman.
This one was interesting. One of the things that this is going to be a slight criticism, I think, of Brightest Day, and I think the same criticism could be leveled against the Green Lantern issue this time. It feels kind of like we're treading water, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
there's nothing. Okay, here's the synopsis. He tries to give the ring to Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne sees all the people that were brought back, and Dead Man gets shot, but brought back to life, but doesn't die, but realizes that he wants to live. He gets the ring back, and the ring says, "Hey, you just want to, so go live. Don't look for the guy. If you stop looking for him, the guy's going to come to you." That's really kind of the synopsis of the book. We get to see how Dead Man is a jerk. In his previous life, he's just a self-centered jerk. But in his defense, he has tried to help people ever since he died, and he did not. I think he says he chose not to continue on so that he could stay and help people. So there's that. But I don't know, this ring is, I don't know, it's Taking him to school? I don't understand.
Yeah. Very, again, Field of Dreams is like, yes, if you
Yeah.
find him, yes, he will come.
Mhm.
Yes.
I mean, and the art's great on this one, and I think the
Oh, yeah.
writing's good, but again, it just feels like we're not really any closer. The plot really hasn't moved forward, except for one little bit, and that's Batman knowing about Max Lord, right?
Well, yeah.
And I'm sure that is probably an extraordinarily important plot point to the Justice League Generation Lost book, which we're not covering because we're not covering all of the books that have the banner on them, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's not that important a plot point for this series. I don't think. Now, it could be proven wrong. It's a day that ends in Y. So, um, but other than that, this really felt like we're kind of just treading water.
Yeah.
Nothing really. Oh, wait, one big thing did happen. Not Dead Man and Dove kissed.
Yes. I love that. What are you doing here, dead man? You've only known me as an invisible ghost. How do you know it was me? I'm Batman.
I got the info dump as soon as I came back.
I love Batman.
Oh, yes, they take down Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, they do take down Mr. Freeze. What does he say? Stop crying, Victor, or something.
Yes.
You'll be fine, or something like that.
I love when Dead Man's like, oh, 6-on-1 as he's taking down the goons, and Mr. Freeze comes behind him, points that freeze gun in his head, and goes, 7, idiot. Then Batman comes crashing down on him. It's 0, Freeze. Yeah, what was he like? Captain Zero. Well, his first appearance, he was something. Was it Captain Zero? It was something. He was
something different.
Yeah. But yes, Batman gets that white ring.
Yep, there you go. So how many
Yes.
rings has he worn?
Well, the Yellow tried. They were almost as many as Hal Jordan.
Yeah, Yellow definitely. He borrowed the green for a bit to see if his parents, right, in that issue of Green Lantern Early Rebirth.
Yeah, now white.
Now white. So three of the 9, right? He technically his clone wore the black ring, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we could. That's kind of a We'll see.
Our clones grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly. Ice cream clones. Sorry.
But yeah. Oh yeah, Batman wearing that ring. It's all connected like twisting roots. The entire web was incorrupt, except for you, Boston. You were dead. You were pure. Yeah, because basically the entity or the ring or whatever's talking through Batman. Till Boston gets shot again, and then sees his past, I guess. Sees his first death. Says he wants a second chance, and the ring's like, then take it. And flies off Batman's hand.
Back to his, and he's all healed.
And then that's that last page. Yes, not Dead Man and Dove kiss, and then of course Batman's up on the roof saying, "It's Batman. We need to talk about Maxwell Lord." I forget who he's even talking to. It's been so long, so I don't think I've read Brightest Day since it first came out.
Yeah, I and that Justice League Generation Lost, I don't think I've ever read. So
I'm trying to remember. Did that cross over? Another good series at the time was the Power Girl series.
Oh yeah, I don't remember if it crossed over with that or not. I don't think it did.
There was.
I could be wrong.
It might be with I thought it was Generation Lost or something with something like that at the time. I don't think it was even credited as a Brightest Day though. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one. That was another thing I didn't like. The New 52, it kind of killed some of my favorite series at the time, like the Power Girl one, the Booster Gold one.
Oh yeah,
the Red Robin one. Fabian Nicieza was writing that with Tim Drake. At least the second half of that series. Yeah.
That's that Booster Gold series. That was a lot of fun. Where he pretended to be the buffoon. We know
Yes.
who figured out that he wasn't, of course.
Yes,
Uh,
of course.
but where he was the buffoon, but secretly he was protecting the time stream, right?
Yeah. And some of the stuff there was one point where he tried to keep the Joker from shooting Barbara Gordon, and the Killing Joke, and it's like, no, that's a fixed point. You can't
Yeah,
change
and
that.
he kept trying and trying and trying and getting the crap kicked out of him every time. Yeah, that was a good series. I missed that series.
I know. Damn, New 52. I was waiting for New 50, the whole the timeline to get wiped, and Booster Gold to wake up and be the only one who remembered, and he should have been running around telling everyone, no, this isn't right.
What is wrong with you?
And they just think he's a
Something is wrong.
madman or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the new psycho pirate. No, I remember the old universe.
Exactly.
Take a chance, DC. All right. So, anything else on these brightest day issues, or should we get to the main event?
Let's get to the main event, which I think suffers from kind of the same problem as the.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because when did they found Adara? At the end of in 57, and they've basically been standing up there talking to her for this will be 2 issues now, right?
Something like that. All right, so Green Lantern Volume 4, number 59, from December 2010, The New Guardians, Chapter 7, Lorik Tarlok. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Doug Mank, inkers Kristen Alamy, Keith Champagne, and Doug Mank. So yes, 3 inkers, 2 colorists, Randy Mayer and Gabe Edelab, letterer Steve Wands, and editors Adam Schlauman and Eddie Berganza. A paramedic called Shane Thompson is caught in a car accident. Suddenly, the Indigo Tribe appears along with Proselyte, the entity of compassion. Indigo One then says that Thompson has been chosen by Proselyte. Meanwhile, the Flash, Barry Allen, talks with Hal about his alliance with Sinestro and Atrocitus. Hal says that he needs them to track down the emotional entity, saying that it is his responsibility. On Oa, the Guardians talk with Salak, who informs them about Hal's lack of communication with the other Lanterns. The Guardians consider putting Hal under Alpha Lantern surveillance. However, Salak suggests someone outside the Corps, someone from Earth. I think someone who could get there quickly.
I don't know who that might be.
Let's think about this. Who's a friend of Hal? Who's friendly with Hal Jordan who can get there pretty quick? I don't know.
I don't know. If only he could get there in a flash.
Oh.
Yeah, it had to be done, man.
I know. The Flash still believes Hal to be unreasonable in his quest for the emotional entities. Then, ever the voice of reason, Larfleeze steals Flash's wallet and learns his identity. Suddenly, the Indigo Tribe appears and Black Hand is with them. This makes Flash nervous since Black Hand is another enemy of the Green Lanterns. Black Hand states that the Indigo Ring has made him feel compassion. However, Hal believes the Indigo Tribe brainwashed him and asks what were the Indigo Tribe members, what were they before they had their rings. Adora and St. Walker then discover that their rings are forcing them to feel compassion. Suddenly, the Entity Thief appears along with Parallax. Hal tries to fight them, but Parallax takes Flash as a host.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids, we're gonna cliffhanger you here with that one for hold on, let me think. I don't think we're even we're not getting to that next week. We're gonna get to that. Oh geez, not 3 weeks, kids.
Yes. Nice one, Phil. Way to leave them hanging.
Yeah.
So one of the things, again, I feel like we're treading water, although we did get finally some information about the Indigo Tribe.
Yes.
So there was some reveals about the Indigo Tribe and how those rings work, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had someone who felt great compassion become a host for proselyte, right?
Mhm.
But how, and we still don't really know how big the Indigo tribe is. Is this the entire tribe? Is there 3,600 of them, 7,200 of them?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's almost like they're just like, oh yeah, they're the mysterious native people, you know?
Yeah. I do think it's an interesting twist to
Well, do you
have the
think?
ring force compassion on them, right?
Yeah.
But also, you know, per our original kind of discussion of the emotional spectrum, green is the center,
Mhm.
and as you get further away, the more the emotion controls you, right?
Mhm.
But it seems like on that side of the spectrum, the indigo light is almost like complete control versus the star sapphires. The violets still have some autonomy, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know if that necessarily works with the way it's been explained before, but I mean, and we still don't necessarily know much about the indigo tribe even after this,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I guess it kind of makes a sense because the further you get away from green, the less willpower I guess you have, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the ring could take you over.
Yeah.
Although, doesn't John Stewart become an indigo in War of the Green Lanterns?
I think so. If not the yeah, maybe. I know at some point he does. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of who gets what ring at what point.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
But do you think that's like the Indigo tribe, like their origins and stuff? Is this all the other cores are starting to suffer here? Because again, we just started with yellow. First we had green and yellow, and then
hmm
we kind of slowly added in like blue, red. But now, boom, we have them all. So it's like, we got an event going on. So it's like we really can't delve in the into the Indigo tribe's origins and
Yeah.
stuff. And
I think you're right because they were there to serve a function, right?
yeah.
To help out because they could help with because they can channel
Mhm.
willpower and they can do other things to fight the blacks, and they were started in, if I remember correctly, by Abin Sur, so they're not that old an organization, right? At least as
Yeah.
far in comparison. Of course, the Reds aren't that old an organization either.
Mhm.
Sinestro Corps is, Sinestro's been around a long time as a character, but really, I guess the ones that have been around the longest would have been the Star Sapphires, right? Because they've existed. The Zamarans have had the Star Sapphires, at least a Star Sapphire, since the first few issues of the original Green Lantern series
Oh,
or
yeah,
Silver
yeah.
Age Green Lantern series. So I would,
So probably the
I don't
Star
know.
Sapphires and the Green Lanterns are the oldest, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. And then Sinestro comes in and models,
Get that first yellow ring and stuff.
yeah. hmm And I think that I am still just amazed at how well these explanations work to explain, Sinestro back then, even, he's using a yellow ring that runs on fear, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it, Rebirth really is a kind of a
Well,
masterpiece.
that's all I always say. It's like a sign of a good writer, where it's like, there's
Mhm,
some writers who are just like, I'm going to reinvent the wheel, forget
mhm.
everything that's come before. I think the sign of a good comic writer is someone who can take stuff that's come before and
And
spin it into
add
something
to it.
new.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Okay, and not to bring up a sore subject here, but are we doing this visual with the Guardians on these high perches because of a certain movie coming out around this time?
Probably.
See, kids, again, Marvel and DC both do it. Oh, see, kids, look, it looks just like the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't get me wrong. Movies can be cool, but they're never as cool as the comics.
No,
Okay.
no,
They're
never.
just not. They're just not.
Oh my God, we're all over the place tonight. But have you been watching X-Men '97?
No, I never really got into the original show. It was just it
Oh,
hit wrong. I was probably a little bit too old, and the boys were here already, so we didn't
yeah.
watch a whole lot of cartoons.
Oh my god, X-Men 97 is so good. I mean, it's yeah, it's like a sequel to that original 90s stuff, but it's like written more maturely and stuff. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's oh yeah, and they're hitting all like a lot of the 90s comics
Oh,
high
cool.
points. Yeah, yeah. There's a I mean, yeah, if you can watch it, yeah, I think next week's the finale. It's only 10 episodes that are only like 30 some
I-
minutes a piece. So
We'll have to give it a watch then.
yeah, it's not like
Should we? How long did the original series go?
it was like I mean, it's on Disney Plus, all the whole thing. It was it like
Mhm.
I think it's at 5 seasons maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
cool. I'll have
again,
to give it a look then.
those episodes are only like 20 some minutes because again, those were back on when they were on TV with commercials and stuff. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
but yeah, no, like I said, the 97 X-Men 97, they've been writing that a little more mature and stuff. And
Cool. I'll have to give it a look.
Mhm. uh, yes, I'm just looking at flipping through this issue. Yeah, we're standing here talking on a roof. Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
standing here talking on a roof.
The same roof we were on the last issue. Yeah, I think this whole arc really has been a real super slow burn, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's just we had, an issue with Lobo that was kind of, eh, it just served to fill. This seems to just be moving really slowly.
And again, I know people love Lobo, but I mean, he's almost like Doomsday. He's another plot device. Oh, we need someone to come. We need an indestructible guy to come in and punch somebody in the face, be it Superman or Green Lantern. Yeah.
Yeah, or Atrocitus.
Yes. Fake fight. Yeah.
Yeah, fake fight. So, I mean, I think that now that's not to say that this is bad. This is still
No. No.
good.
Yeah.
It's just I think because of the high quality that we've had in this series, plus when you look at the high quality, I mean, and consistent high quality of this series and of Green Lantern Corps, plus the Blackest Night event, this is kind of sagging some. I mean, it's
We.
just
Yeah. I mean, we've mentioned it other weeks, but it's like
mhm,
again, it's not as laser focused as Blackest Night. Blackest Night was like,
mhm,
okay, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here.
yeah.
Again, Brightest Day. It's like, well, this is going on over here. This is going on over here.
Oh, and then there's these three things going on over here, and then oh, behind you there's something else going on.
Yeah. What's the connection? Oh, Dead Man might pop in over here for 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And drop a white net or something, whatever. We'll get back to that.
With some accordion will go, my precious.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is going to bridge the gap to War of the Green Lanterns. I mean, I get that, but this seems like this lead in is sagging. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's not building up. It just seems to be slowing down. Which is not necessarily what you want when you're building up to something, right?
Yeah, no.
But I mean, it's still good, and it's still
Yeah.
Green Lantern. So
I just wonder if we would have enjoyed it more and if it would have been more focused if we had just covered the Green Lantern books.
I think so because we would have been moving through it faster.
Oh yeah,
You
we'd be
know,
done by now. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, Brightest Day. We've chatted about this before. I know. Blackest Night was solely a Green Lantern crossover, and it affected everything in the DC universe, which is cool.
Yeah.
This is a crossover, but it's just tangentially a relate. There's a white ring. There's some Owen Tech here. Okay, that's what we've got. We've got a white ring and
Yes.
the being, the life being, that's in Earth. But other than that, it has really zero to do with what's going on in Green Lantern Corps or
Yeah.
Green Lantern the book itself. It's
Yes.
just this, and
Well, yeah.
it doesn't really even seem of super importance to the DC universe either. It just seems like this kind of small stories with these characters.
Yeah, and again, too, that's the other thing. Blackest Night was such a Lantern centric event.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Brightest Day is like, yeah, the emotional entities are on the loose and stuff, but it's like the Brightest Day series is more like, how do these people deal with being resurrected? And
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's
not even really like a Lantern. I mean, again, you're dealing with the emotional entities, but besides that, it's really not a Lantern event.
Yeah. And I mean, looking back, maybe we should have just stuck with Green Lantern Corps, Emerald Warriors, and Green Lantern. But I never read this originally, so I'm not too unhappy. Yeah.
I've read it. I read it. Like I said, I think I read it once when it first came out. So yeah, it's no surprise to me. So, all right. Anything else on these, Willie?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, next episode, we're going to get back to Green Lantern Corps. We're going to cover Green Lantern Corps 53 through 57.
And that white net.
That's right. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do another All Brightest Day episode with Brightest Day 15 through 18. And then the week after that, we'll get back to Green Lantern 60 through 62. And then the final Brightest Day episode, where we'll do all Brightest Day issues, Brightest Day 19 through 24. So 4 more episodes of Brightest Day,
Woohoo!
And then we'll get to War of the Green Lanterns.
And there's so much I don't remember about War of the Green Lanterns because I read it once, like when it came out, and so I'm really anticipating, getting back into that to see what happens. Because again, a lot of the stuff from what little I remember, that has been building up since Sinestro Corps War, through Blackest Night, into Brightest Day, and now into War of the Green Lanterns. A lot of that stuff comes to a head, and we get some pretty interesting wrap-ups to a lot of those ongoing plots, because the whole palette is kind of cleansed for the New 52 restart, which doesn't really affect Green Lantern or somebody else, but we're not going to talk about him. But it does have an ending. Now, how satisfying that ending is, I don't necessarily remember. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it. But yeah, it's the New 52 is coming.
Yeah. The New 52 is coming.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, 4 more weeks of Brightest Day, and then we'll jump right in the War of the Green Lanterns. All right. So send us your thoughts on that, all the upcoming stuff, the thing this week. Send us your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merch, new merchandise. Get all your new merch with all the new logos on it, or get the classic logos, being Old Man Like Ray. And again, you can rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Treat us like Larfleas.
Make it rain.
And of course, the Patreon, where again, your uncensored Lilith Hellfire. And again, this year you get an even scarier Lilith Hellfire, a completely sober Lilith Hellfire. So,
wow.
Yes. So you never know what you're going to get over there. So subscribe to the Patreon, but you can find all of that at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, now for this Mr. Will Allred, master of the Green Lantern Corps, master of the Quantum Zone, master of podcasting, master of several successful Kickstarter campaigns, writer, futurist, hell of a nice guy, Mr. Will Allred. Where can people find you?
Thank you, sir. Before I tell you where you can find me. Also, tell us where Sector 284 was first mentioned. I want to know.
Oh, that's right. Did you come up with
Mhm.
the answer yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna
All
have
right.
to read. I'm gonna have to study this weekend. I mean, sorry, study. You see the air quotes there? I'm not gonna study this weekend. But anyway, if you'd like to find me, you can do that at Walred. That's at WALLRED. That's at Blue Sky and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and probably other things that I've forgotten that I set up. If you'd like to check out the comics that I write, as Phil mentioned, we're getting ready to launch the Crossover Division number 6, probably in about 6 weeks or so, because we've got to. We're
Really?
about to print number 5, and I'll get that fulfilled. And we've had some movement. The hardcover should be printed real soon too, so I'm excited about that.
That's a quick turnaround, right? Because I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have 5 in my hand yet, and you're already gonna be promoting 6? Nice.
Theoretically, yeah, it should be about 3 to 4 weeks to get it printed. We should submit the files hopefully next week. So soon. You can check out Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. You can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And you're here listening to Phil and I talk about Green Lantern, which means there's a high probability that you love Marvel's Quasar nearly as much as Phil and I do. And if you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
5 inches, maybe.
Hey, you boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
You know where it's going.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
That never gets old.
That's another interview I want to try to set up one day in DeFelka.
Yeah. Dude, really? You got that past the comic code?
He was an editor. He knew what he could do.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day. I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
Of course. All right, kids. Join us next. Thank you for joining us. Join us next time for Green Lantern Corps. Will loves Hal Jordan more than Parallax does.
I don't know. That's pretty close.
You know what? I think that's what we should say. You want to win a prize? Tell us what the first time Sector 2814 was mentioned before we finish Brightest Day. We have 4 more episodes. So.
4 more episodes.
Yes. Yeah. You tell us before we wrap up Brightest Day. Yeah, the prize.
Absolutely. That's a good idea, man. Good idea.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Come back next time. And remember, all roads lead to Batman's hand. Good night.